Hello everyone, welcome back to another lore video. Today we're going to be continuing our coverage of the ghost from Phasmophobia and moving on to one of the ghosts with some of the strangest roots in folklore, the Mare. Mare is a word that comes from Old English meaning malicious entity or nightmare spirit. It's where the word nightmare literally came from, comes from night in mare. And so the question is, what is a mare? Put simply, the mare is a supernatural creature or spirit that sits on people's chests while they are asleep, causing suffocation, pressure, terrifying dreams, and sleep paralysis. It's described specifically not as a ghost of the dead, but rather a distinct class of nocturnal evil entity. In some tales, the mare gains access to sleeping people by slipping through cracks and keyholes in doors. Something to think about when you're going to bed tonight. Most modern interpretations of the mare link them with sleep paralysis, in which the person feels a crushing presence, is unable to move, and sees a shadowy figure. This entity could be considered a psychological projection or a very real bad omen depending on your beliefs. And now, allow me to tell you about a painting deeply tied to mare lore.
What the fuck even is that?
The Nightmare by Henry Fuseli is one of the most iconic and chilling paintings ever created. The reason for its importance to this video is it's deeply tied to mare lore and also the roots of sleep paralysis imagery. The painting depicts a woman in white laying sprawled across a bed, her body limp as her arm hangs off the side. Her face appears to be lost in some sort of trance of unconscious state, suggesting a deep and unnatural sleep. On top of her chest sits a small and dark incubus or demonic creature, staring directly at the viewer with wide alien eyes. Looming in the background is a ghostly horse head pushing through the curtains with glowing eyes, symbolizing the nightmare. This painting became one of the first art pieces to visually represent psychological horror. Even today, it's still widely referenced in studies of deep sleep paralysis, nightmares, and folklore. So I messed up and I broke my microphone, but we're gonna bear with it together until I get another one. We're gonna finish up this video. Now that my audio sounds sufficiently strange, let's talk about what the mare does in game. The mare has the ability to hunt in a higher sanity threshold in an unlit room. The mare has a unique trait of turning off lights and breaking light bulbs more often, and it may even turn off a light right after the player turns it on. It should be noted, when the mare interacts with lights, they'll never turn them on. The mare could generally be considered one of the more difficult ghosts to identify purely based off behavior. Naturally, this ghost also has a preference for light-shattering events, and they're more likely to wander if they are on. You should be cautious when looking for the ghost's current location or their favorite room, as the mare is much more likely to hunt when the lights are off. For its final lore accuracy rating, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10. I think Phasmophobia has a great thematic nod, especially through the light and darkness mechanic, but I think it still falls short of fully embracing what really makes the mare terrifying, that intimate, suffocating, paralyzing, and psychological attack it represents. Anyways guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Have a good night everyone.